Good afternoon. Just for the record, this meeting will be recorded. And we're set, Mayor.
All right, it is 6:41. This is a duly called regular council meeting of the town of Anthony, Texas, posted in accordance with section 551.002 and 551.041 of the Open Meetings Act of the Texas Government Code. Public participation during the portion of the agenda for public comment is limited to that portion only, except that if a citizen's comments relate to a topic or subject covered under an agenda item, the citizen shall wait to speak until the agenda item comes up for discussion. At all other times during the council meeting, the audience shall not enter into discussions or debate on matters being considered by the presiding officer. Ms. Castillo, can we go ahead and do a quorum check, please?
Yes, sir. Councilman Garcia?
Here.
Thank you. Councilman Alfaro?
Here.
Councilwoman Flores? Ms. Flores?
She's here.
Yeah, we're having problems with her.
With her mic?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Weeks?
Here.
Thank you. Mayor, we have a quorum. Oh, no, we have Councilman Chavez absent. And thank you, sir. We have a quorum.
All right. Moving on to item 4, open forum for the public, limited to 2 minutes. Ms. Castillo, do we have anybody contact you, email you, or reach out to speak in open forum?
No, sir. Nobody contact me for the open forum.
Okay, let the record reflect. Nobody was wanting to sign up to speak during open forum. Moving on to item 5, review and action on the minutes of regular town council meeting, April 12, 2021. The floor is open for discussion from any council, or if there's no discussion, if you can move forward with a motion, please. Any discussion for item 5? Can I have a motion on the table, please?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion made by Councilman Alfaro to approve the regular town council meetings of April 12, 2021. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Joe Garcia. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Moving on to item 6, review and action on minutes of regular town council meeting, April 26, 2021. The floor is open for council discussion. If there's no discussion, can I have a motion?
So moved to approve.
Motion made by Councilman Garcia. Do I have a second?
Now seconded.
Seconded by Councilman Alfaro to approve the regular town council meetings of April 26, 2021. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Moving on to item 7, discussion, consideration, and action on the following new business. Item 1, discussion, consideration, and action on fiscal year 2021 administrative cost share for regional water planning, presented by Ms. Norma Castillo.
Thank you, Mayor. We have received the administrative cost for the the Rio Grande Council of Government, which we have Ms. Annette Gutierrez here, and she could give us more detail in reference to this administrative cost. Go ahead, Ms. Gutierrez.
Yes,
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Norma, and good evening, everyone. My name is Annette Gutierrez. I'm the Executive Director of the Rio Grande Council of Governments, and I just wanted to give recognition to Norma and Val. They assisted me on making sure that I was on this meeting correctly. Have had for a significant amount of years now with all of our entities within the 6-county region. And the purpose is to provide water planning efforts on your behalf as a region. We are serving as the sponsoring entity for the Far West Texas Water Planning Group, known as Region E. And one of the main functions that is included in the regional plan is that you all will be able to provide strategies within the document so that way you're eligible for SWIFT funding through the Texas Water Development Board for your water and wastewater system. And so that's one of the functions that we provide with the water plan. Customarily, we submit invoices for this function in the first quarter of the fiscal year, but I will take the responsibility. It was on my dime that I needed to ensure to get these invoices out, and I did not get them out until now. And so this is something that you all have been paying throughout the years. This is a decrease compared to what you paid for last year. And the reason why is because we just finished our 5th cycle of the regional water plan, and we were using the water utility group numbers for water hookups. And so you all, the number that you all have in your hookups is less than what some other communities came in. So you all saw a reduction in fiscal year 21. Are there any questions for me?
Any questions from council? Do we have an estimated amount of what the administrative cost would be?
Yes, sir. It's $239.48. And FY20, that amount was $353.59. And whatever it's worth, just to give you some context to this setup, the El Paso Water Utilities is the one who is the entity that provides the majority of the funding for the entire region. Their amount this year was $45,000.
Whoa.
Yes. No, I apologize.
Well,
yeah. I'm sorry.
And as you guys know, that's something that's ideally already budgeted. Which one does that one come out of, Norma? Our dues and subscriptions, or?
Correct, sir.
Yeah, it's already budgeted, so there'll be a cost savings. So if there, do any other council members have any questions, comments?
It's actually the school.
Do I have an action? Can I have action on the item, please?
Motion to approve.
Okay, motion made by Councilman Alfaro to approve sharing the administrative costs for regional water planning. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Garcia. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we'll be coming back to your next meeting to talk about vaccination efforts for 12 to 15-year-olds. So I'll make sure I'll get with Norma to give you an update on that.
Thank
you, everybody.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Norma.
Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
Moving on to item 2, discussion, consideration, and action on canvassing votes of the May 1st, 2021 uniform election, presented by Ms. Norma Castillo.
Yes, sir. We have the results for the election held on May the 1st. And in order for this election results to be official, the town council has to approve them. And let me briefly give the results, which was for mayor, which was for yourself, Benjamin Romero, which was unopposed with 24 votes. We had the chair for Alderman Place, Alderman 1. It was Fernando Ramirez, total votes were 9, and Jose Garcia, total votes were 27. We also had place for Alderman 2, which is Mr. Sean Weeks for Mayor Pro Temp, which was unopposed as well, and there were 24 votes. And we would just need for this to be approved so it could be official.
Do I have a motion from any of the council members?
So move to approve.
All right, motion made by Councilman Garcia. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
seconded by Councilman Alfaro. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes on the May 1st canvassing votes for the uniform election. All right. Moving on to item 3, administer oath of office for newly elected and re-elected council members, Alderman Sean Weeks, Alderman Jose Garcia, and myself, Mayor Benjamin C. Romero Jr. of the town of Anthony, Texas, by Ms. Norma Castillo.
Oath of office. And I will start with you, Mayor. And please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Benjamin C. Romero Jr.,
I, Benjamin C. Romero Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duty of the office
execute the duties of the office
of Mayor for the town of Anthony, Texas,
of Mayor for the town of Anthony, Texas,
of the state of Texas, and will, to the best of my ability,
of the state of Texas, and will to the best of my ability
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States
of the
and of
United
this
States
state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms.
Congratulations.
Castillo.
And we're going to proceed with Mr. Jose Garcia. Mr. Garcia, can you please raise your right hand? And please repeat after me. I, Jose Garcia,
I, Jose Garcia,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties of office
execute the duties of office
of place number 1,
of place number 1,
Alderman for the town of Anthony, Texas,
Alderman for the town of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will to the best of my ability
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States and of
Of
this
the
state.
of the United States and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we have Mr. Sean Weeks. If you could please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Sean Weeks,
I, Sean Weeks,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties of office
execute the duties of office
of place number 2, Alderman,
of place number 2, Alderman,
for the town of Anthony, Texas,
for the town of Anthony, Texas,
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve,
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States of this state.
of the United States of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, Mr. Weeks. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations for everybody.
Norma,
Yes, sir?
on the oath of office that is in the packet, you might just want to make a few corrections on each one of the oaths of office. Where it says Alderman, Alderman 1 or 2, etc. Make sure you add after that and before where it says of the state of Texas, in between there, add
Town of Anthony.
of the town of Anthony, Texas.
Yes, sir. We'll make those corrections.
Or you just say of the town of Anthony of the state of Texas. So just say of the town of Anthony.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to item 4, discussion, consideration, and action on El Paso Electric Company's application for approval of advanced metering system, deployment plans, AMS surcharge, and non-standard metering service fees presented by Henry Palomares, who is our town attorney.
Mayor, Council, this item is mostly just for FYI for you guys. In your packet, you guys will see a detailed description of what this advanced metering system is. But basically what's going on here is just El Paso Electric is filing an application to have its advanced metering system deployment plan approved, and then to add an AMS, an advanced metering system surcharge. So they filed this application with the Public Utility Commission of the state of Texas. And then of course they're required to give notice to all the municipalities or governmental entities that are affected. The advanced metering system is, what they indicate is that they're doing this because they're following House Bill 853 that was passed by the Texas legislature in 2019, in the 2019 legislative session, which extended the statutory support for this AMS deployment plan to El Paso Electric. And the statute allows El Paso Electric to recover its reasonable and necessary costs for deploying the AMS. Basically, the AMS, it's a foundation, or it's part of a foundation for a modernized power grid, and it'll help El Paso Electric deliver more reliable customer and more reliability, more customer service, more energy management improvements to its customers, and other benefits. So it's basically just some advanced metering to provide a better service. The details of it are more in your packet if you want to, I'm sure you all have read it. If not, it's all there. I'm just bringing this to you all's attention so that you all know that this was filed. The surcharge, if it is approved, it's going to increase, obviously, the customer bills. For example, for a residential customer who uses a year-round, a monthly average of 718 kilowatt hours per month, the increase is going to be approximately $2.65 or $3.53 percentage increase. And that's after the first 5 years. Then the monthly bill impact will drop to $2.10 for those residential customers. El Paso Electric plans to deploy these advanced meters to its retail customers during the period of 2023 through 2025. If there's a customer that decides to opt out of this system, out of this advanced metering system deployment plan, then they're going to be charged a one-time, or it's proposed that they're going to be charged a one-time setup fee that may range from $125.85 to $190.40, depending on what opt-out option is selected by that customer. And then on top of that, there's going to be a proposed recurring monthly fee of $13.97 to those customers that opt out of this system. There is an intervention deadline that is being proposed, which would be 45 days from the date of the filing of the application. The application was filed on April the 19th, so if the town wanted to intervene, it would have 45 days as of April the 19th to intervene. The actual application and the email that it was sent to us from Ms. Linda G. Pleasant, who's the regulatory case manager for El Paso Electric. That's part of the packet. And obviously, the application is in there. There's also another email in there that's dated April 29th from Ms. Pleasant that includes a request for an expedited referral to the State Office of Administrative Hearings. So the recommendation on this is just to follow the historical practice that the town has followed, which is to have the City of El Paso take the lead on this. So at this time, the recommendation is to take no action. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you all may have. Again, this was brought mostly for your information.
Thank you, Henry. Do any of the councilmen, councilwomen have any questions for Henry?
Well, other than that, we have no choice, right, Henry? We're gonna, if this goes through with the advanced metering system, we're gonna pay for it. It's basically the bottom line on this whole thing. Yeah.
Councilor Alfaro, that's pretty much correct. I mean, it is required by statute. I mean, the Texas legislature authorized El Paso Electric to put this into effect. So the answer is yes, ultimately yes. There is going to be this plan that's going to be put in place, this advanced metering system that's going to be put in place, and the cost is going to be passed through to the customers.
Right. Okay, Henry, that's great. Definitely not opting out of this one, that's for sure. That would be bad.
Yeah, those that opt out, the incentive there, as you all can tell by what the one-time fee amounts are for opting out, and then the recurring monthly fee is they're really trying to encourage people to have these advanced meters put in place, just because of the benefits that El Paso Electric is asserting that will come about, which will benefit customers. But yeah, it's pretty costly to opt out.
Opt out, yeah. All right, thanks, Henry.
Action taken on this item. Moving on to item 5, discussion, consideration, and action on Poplar Street Pavement Improvement Project Letter of Recommendation of Award of Construction Bid presented by Mr. Gilbert Andujo from ACOM Engineering.
Mayor, Mr. Gilbert Andujo was present in the meeting, but he had technical difficulties. He's trying to reconnect. I just sent him the email. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Mayor, Mr. Gilbert's having internet issues, but I have him on the phone line.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Can you guys hear him?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Proceed, Gilbert.
All right, thank you. Good evening again, Mayor and Council. Tonight we're here to recommend the board of the Town of Anthony, Texas, CDBG 7219009. This is a pavement improvement project for Poplar Street that goes from 6th Street to Magdalena Street. Just a little background on that. I want to say about, a couple of weeks ago, we awarded the waterline project that is going ahead of this project, and it's in the same stretch. Allied Paving Company, and the other one was from CSA Contractors. Allied Paving provided us the lowest bid, and it's broken up into 2 separate bids. One is the base bid, which is Community Development Block Grant funds, and the alternate bid was Town of Anthony funds. Allied Paving provided us base bid 1 of $229,438 with 22 cents, and an alternate bid of $55,510 with 43 cents, for a total bid of $284,948.65. The spread between our estimate and the low bidder was $68,882. The spread between the 2 contractors was $86,551.35. The available funds for construction for this project are $236,850, of which the base bid will be covered, and you will have some amount left over that we can apply towards the alternate bid. Ultimately, the Town of Anthony is going to have to put in an additional match of $48,098.65, which is a lot less from the previous amount that we had explained to the town, in which the bids came in so good. So based on the information provided by Allied Paving, This company is a responsible bidder, submitting the lowest qualified bid as required by specification instructions to bidders. For construction, item 14, award of contract rejection of bids for a total price of $284,948.65. I can tell you Allied Paving has done quite a bit of work in the town. They have done the last several CDBG grants, and on top of that, they've done other paving jobs and sidewalk work there in the town. And they just completed the previous Texas CDBG, which was 7218001 paving for the project this last December. Therefore, AECOM recommends award of this project to Allied Paving Company. So if anybody has any questions, I am open to answer.
The floor is open for any council. If they have any questions regarding this project.
Hey, Mr.
No
Ben.
questions? Do I have a motion on the table?
Question. I have a question. Those 48,000, Ben, is that coming out of, will you be paying cash, or is it also in-kind services that we're going to be providing for this?
No, this one is our matching, so that would be being paid through capital improvements from the capital improvements infrastructure.
Yeah. We never do any in-kind, like, time that Norma and maybe Valerie spend on this?
No, I can't question real well.
Yeah.
I can't hear that. Can you repeat that, Louis?
No, I'm just wondering if like the time spent on this grant, like with Norma and Val, could be used as part of an in-kind match for this particular grant. Unless you need cash, then we have no choice, right?
Norma, can you repeat that for me? Because I can't. It's coming in all fuzzy when I'm listening.
That's okay, guys. Well, I agree with Allied Paving. It's good. We'll just, I think it's a good deal.
I can't.
There was no question, Gilbert. There was no question. Councilman Alfaro just stated that the Allied Paving would be a good contract to provide it to Allied Paving.
Yes, ma'am, and yes, they are. They're a very good contractor that's done previous work there, not only in the town, but in the city of El Paso.
Okay, do I have a motion on the table?
A motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Councilman Alfaro, seconded by Councilman Joe Garcia to approve awarding the Poplar Street Pavement Improvement Project Letter of Recommendation and award of construction bid to Allied Paving on behalf of the town of Anthony and the recommendation of Gilbert Andujo from AECOM Engineering. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Apologize, man. I lost my internet here, so.
No worries, Gilbert. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Gilbert. You have a good one.
Have a good evening.
Thank you, Norma.
All righty, guys. Thank you very much for approving that item. That is going to be continuing the 6th Street to Magdalena Street improvements. Moving on with item 6, discussion, consideration, and action on renewing service agreement with Transamerica Protection Corporation, effective June 2021 to May 30th, 2022, presented by Ms. Norma Castillo.
Yes, sir. This is just a renewal of the agreement for the services for Transamerica. They deposit daily our money to the Vantage Bank location in Arizona. The change was done. The only 2 changes that were noted was the service where they go and deliver the deposit, which was, it used to be the branch in Mesa and Sunland Park, but now it's the Vantage branch in Arizona. Also, another change, it used to be the fee of $7, and now it's going to be a fee of $8 per deposit for trip. Mr. Henry Palomares did review the agreement and made a couple of corrections, but other than that, it's good, sir. Any questions?
Any questions from council? If there's no questions, can I get a motion on the item?
So move to approve.
I have a motion made by Councilman Garcia to approve renewing the service agreement contract with Transamerica Protection Corporation effective June 1st, 2021 to May 30th, 2022. Do I have a second?
Mayor, could we amend that motion to include that the approval of the contract would include the changes that I proposed, which were a lot of them were editorial, and then a couple were more just to extend the time to pay from 10 days to 30 days. So,
Councilman Garcia, would you like to make an amendment to that item?
I'll go ahead and make the amendment to,
All right, do I have a second? Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Councilman Alfaro. All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries unanimously 4-0.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, guys. Moving on to departmental reports on streets. Got to give Everett and his crew a round of applause and thanks. Basically the spring cleanup went without any major issues. These guys were able to knock it out. They did some last minute houses on some of the elderly that needed a little bit of assistance through today. But that pretty much wraps it up, right, Everett? So there should be no more trash or anything else being put out on the sidewalks. We will coordinate with Chief to make sure, nobody's still trying to dump trash. If not, they will be cited. But other than that, we did get a lot of good feedback from the residents. They were happy. There was a lot of trash being thrown. I think with 2 houses, I think Everett ended up filling up 2 full dumpsters at one time.
Yes, sir. Sure did.
So there was a lot that was tossed, and I think it was 2 years in the making since we weren't able to do one last year due to all the COVID issues we were having. But everything went smooth with that. I want to thank Everett and all his guys for all their hard work. And anything, sir, that you'd like to add to the streets?
Just about. Also, we had a couple of water leaks, so we have some areas, the street, 3rd Street, and also on 4th Street, sir. We have some cones, so just for people to watch out on those for that repairs that we did, sir. So there's gonna be cones out on the streets. Other than that, like you mentioned, sir, I mean, it was 2 years in the making. It was quite a bit of trash. We had to fill up quite a bit of dumpster right here, but just in the section of town, Magdalena. That's why we noticed that we had the most. But thank God, I mean, we have a great crew, and I appreciate my crew, and all the credit goes to them for all the hard work, sir. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Everett.
Mayor, I did want to add also that Lorena from El Paso Disposal, since the contract with them states that they help us out with the clean out, since we didn't have the spring cleaning for 2 years, they took the charge of the services for the roll-offs, and they accommodated with that, sir.
Awesome. That's a big.
So
that's gonna be a big help.
we would like to appreciate, to Lorena.
Awesome. Thank you to Lorena and all the crew from EP Disposal for all their help and hard work for the cleanup efforts as well. All right. Moving on from streets to parks and recreation, Mr. Hawkins.
And on the park, sir, I know for the whole week we were busy doing the clean out, but I don't know, you guys cruised today. I mean, they look great. The other looks like a
Freshly mowed.
Yes, sir. I've seen it. It looks like top notch golf course. Actually, it looks really, really nice. So that crew's doing really spend some time there, sir. So that's all I got for the parks. But
thank you very much, sir. I did pass by and I did see that the lawns were looking real good. So good job, guys.
Thank you.
Moving on to police and fire, Chief.
Same as always. We've been super busy on calls. Just going back and forth. Wet and Wild opened up, so that we've had a couple of calls up there. Nothing major though, but we're still out there.
Thank you, Chief. I have had some comments from some of the residents giving you guys thanks for your professionalism. They've had an opportunity to talk to some of your officers when they're out there in the field, and I hear nothing but good things. So I want to thank you guys and all the hard work and effort that you guys are also putting out in keeping the streets safe and patrolling the town of Anthony. They do see you guys out there. Any idea or inclination when you guys are going to be taking the bicycles out again?
Right now we only have one certified bicycle officer since we lost several of them to other agencies. So as soon as we're able to send some more out to get certified, then we'll roll them out. But if not, at least for now, we'll send the one bike unit out. I know we're waiting for shift rotation, which was done.
Sounds good, Chief. Thank you very much, sir. Moving on with Ebert, sewer and water, or water and sewer.
On the water, we previous week before that, the cleanup, we're very busy. We had actually two main water breaks for that week, sir. One in 3rd Street, and then the other one out in Washington Street, and another one again on 4th Street, sir. So we're really busy for that week. That's all I got in water.
And then also, Everett and I guys have been meeting with Cubic Water. We did talk to Gilbert from Elcom Engineering, and we do have money still set aside for engineering. And what we're doing is we're getting some schematics and stuff drawn for that section of Washington that we want to bore under and set up a 6-inch line. That way we can loop the water system there. They're currently giving us an estimate and a quote to see that way if we can, fit in with the state statutes and regulations for a possible change order that we may look at doing for this upcoming 6th Street to Magdalena Street project, if everything is fitting into the ideal plan. If the cost is a little bit more than what we anticipated to follow the guidelines of the change order, then at that time, at a later date, we will probably present to council and look for approval to see if we can move forward with bidding out the project to bore under Washington. And as you guys know, that was the area that we were having kind of issues with securing easement from Mr. Baca. So at that point, our best option is to just go around and bore under Texton and set up a 6-inch water line there. We are also talking to the landowners of that property there that would be kind of getting but where the 6-inch water line may be set up. And they might look, and depending on the overall cost, at sharing some of the costs or alleviating the overall project cost for the town by paying a certain percentage of that to get installed. So we'll keep you guys, up to date with that, see how that develops, and then we'll go from there. Moving on to courts. Chief?
Let me share my screen right away. All right, so as you can see by my screen, we had the court brought in a total of 34,803. We're starting to do hybrid court hearings. So far, the trials that we've done, they've come out pretty well, and we anticipate only getting stronger moving forward. We do have in-person and virtual still going on this month in May. Henry, you have anything to add?
Steve, no, that pretty much covers it. Thank you.
And that's pretty much it, man. Girls are doing good. So they're making phone calls, trying to get people in to pay their citations or warrants.
Chief, any thoughts coming up or anytime soon about an amnesty period and stuff to try and round up and get some of those outstanding warrants and stuff taken care of?
Let me sit with Sally to see what we can do, but I'm pretty sure on Wednesday we have court coming up. I'll sit down and I'll talk with the judge because she has to make sure that she gets the collection fees and FTAs, which one she can get rid of. So whenever she's ready, we can run an amnesty period throughout the course. I'll get with you for advertising purposes, and then we can run it from there.
All right, sounds good. Moving on to finance, ladies and gentlemen, we just recently received the quarterly budget reports, so I did forward them to Sean. I did talk to him. He will be looking at them coming up within the next week or so. And then by next council meeting, we should have it as an agenda item to go over the presentation. of the quarterly budget report with you guys. Anything, Sean, that you would like to add, sir?
No, you did, Ben. Thanks.
All righty. Moving on to administration. Pretty much, there's a lot going on, you know, possible development-wise, a lot of things going on with the city of El Paso, a lot of things we got going on here. So if there's anything you guys need, anybody, any residents, any constituents, you know, need to talk or reach out, you know, about street issues, any finances, things like that, just, you know, please feel free to contact me. We have had a couple residents that are sending information and stuff on the water. We have sent out some of the letters to council so they can read, and then I'll be following back up with some of those individuals regarding some of their questions or concerns. Other than that, everybody here right now in the town's doing awesome. Chief with his department, Norma, and also Eber with his guys. We're just going to keep rocking and rolling. Sometimes there's just so much going on that we don't even got a chance to kind of talk about it and present to you guys. I do promise I'm going to be doing a little bit better job at, you know, keeping you guys up to date with, you know, the overall dealings here in the town. But these guys are knocking everything out. Everybody's doing an outstanding job. So, you know, congratulations to Joe and Sean, like myself, on our re-election. Let's keep hitting it hard, guys, and moving forward, and we'll go from there. Any other questions, comments, Sean, Mr. Weeks? Nope. All right. The next regular council meeting is scheduled at 6:30 p.m. on Monday, May 24th, 2021. Do I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Weeks. We are adjourning the meeting at 7:23 p.m. Thank you very much, everybody, and you all have a great evening.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you.